my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our FTB Interactions series. I've just been doing kind of looking around a little bit to see what I want to do next. And one thing I got actually done, finally, I got that oh my goodness, what's the word? I don't know. I fixed where it teleports to, so it no longer teleports into that room, which is kind of nice. And I was also looking at the Ender Shard things that we need, and I think they're actually not that bad now. We have a mixer, and we can even do it in the work table. It's not that bad, but we do have a thing, and I was thinking maybe crafting up a couple more. We can either get it this way. There is actually an easy way to do it. Devil's Dust is really easy. It's just that and a fire. And then an obsidian shard, which is actually pretty easy to get, to be honest. Because I don't really have any ender pearls. I do have one ender pearl dust I got from a quest, I think. Yeah. The scanner, yeah, it gave us one ender pearl dust, but I think I'm actually going to use this for something else. I'm going to just turn it into an ender pearl now. And yeah, I do need a second ender pearl, but I don't know, this is totally just guessing, but I haven't really been looking, but I don't really remember seeing any endermen, to be honest. Not that I really go out at night, but I haven't seen one teleport into the base or anything. And we're, what, 30, like, 5 episodes in or something like that? And I still haven't seen an enderman. Like I said, though, maybe it was jumping around outside. I've been in kind of a cave the whole time, and probably, I don't know if it would be, enderman would be teleporting down here, but anyway, I think I'm gonna try to leave that ender pearl because, and this is getting forward quite a bit, we can get lots of ender pearls from these pristine enderman matter, and I actually quite like this mod. I think it's pretty fun. And if we see, we can get an enderman data module. We just need the one ender pearl. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And mana steel we have, red L. I mean, all this stuff is pretty easy. The one issue is, oh, I can't remember the name. The simulation chamber. Yeah, simulation chamber. Simulation chamber requires 2 ender pearls, so I basically need 2 more ender pearls. Everything else we can get, though. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's just something to think about. So long story short, is ender shards. I don't think I'm going to use that ender pearl. I could break it down with a glass cutter and get 8. But I think I'm just going to craft them up this way. This is just as easy, and I don't have to waste an ender pearl on that. But yeah, do endermen spawn? I don't know if anyone knows. I really haven't been looking for them, so yeah, I don't know. But last episode, we did some more Thaumcraft, because we're going to need Thaumcraft stuff for the work table. We need our Thaumium, and we needed liquid death. Yes, we learned liquid death. And we got a bit of, was that warp or whatever? Now, if you look on the thermometer, you can actually see at the top left, you can see your V, and you can see the warp. So right at the top of that little bar on top left, you can see a little bit of purple. And if I hit shift, you can actually see we have 180 V in this chunk. And actually, let's go over here, because I have, I put my arcane table down there. Yeah, so we have 177 V in this chunk and 14.8 flux in this chunk. If we look at here, there's 177 V, but we do have a little bit of flux. 14 is like almost nothing, but we got to be really careful with that. I don't want it to go much above like 100, because then we could start getting rifts. And a rift inside my base would be very unpleasant. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to craft up a teleporter and teleport probably like down here or something like that, or maybe even up here, or no, maybe not up here, because we have our entrance to our base. Now probably like drop maybe like over here or something like that, and create a area for Thaumcraft away from the base. I can do some basic stuff here, but yeah, don't want to be throwing stuff in the cauldron and then letting it escape to the air. You want to be kind of getting all that stuff back with the slivers or whatever you dump in there, and then you get the crystals. So we have any? No. We have enough flawed quartzite. I can break some of this down into the, was it quartzite shards, or I can't remember the chipped quartzite. It's flawed. All right. I couldn't remember what we did to do that. And then this gives you actually, I'll leave 2. We can keep breaking these down. So if I hammer down 1 exquisite quartzite, I get 2 flawless, and if I hammer that down, I get 2 of that, so that's 4, and then we hammer that down, and so on and so forth. So I have quite a bit, and getting quartzite is not that difficult. So let's hammer this stuff down, and then we're going to get a bunch of slivers, because I want to make sure I always have that if I am doing anything with a cauldron. And yeah, so that is that. Now, I kind of glossed over the research. I'm going to do some research just in case you don't know how research works. I actually quite like Thaumcraft 6 research. I don't like Thaumcraft 4 research, but yeah. Also, I did see there's a couple quests we completed. Wood table, scribing tools, you actually get 64 paper, which is pretty cool. And this is if we don't want to do research. I don't know. I actually quite like the research, but we'll see. I'm just going to complete that and take that. Is that like is this a trophy? Watch, I put it down and it gives me like a billion flux or something. No, I don't know what that is. And it's making things. I don't know what that was. I shouldn't put that down. Alright, it did do anything with flux, but tile D monsters dump name. What? That is terrifying. What is that? Deadly monsters too? That also is scary. I don't know what that does. I might want to look that up before I throw it down, but I'll throw it down in my monster chest. Yes, if we want to skip research, we can do that. So if I want to skip Alchemy research, I can do that. If I want to skip this, we can just click the buttons, and that's pretty cool. You know, some people really don't like research. I actually quite like it. But basically, we create a theory, and then we work through the thing. I'm going to do that because there is some stuff that pops up on the side. And for example, I think I want to do some more alchemy. I want to get this way. I believe there is hidden stuff up here, which, by the way, I hate hidden stuff in mods. But I believe it's like up here to deal with some, I think like salts or something is up here. But it says missing research, Essentia tubes, so that's Essentia tubes. So we need to kind of work this way. And thankfully, it kind of gives us a little bit of what we need to do. So warded jars, Essentia smelting, we can see we need to go this way. So let's do Elementum. So basically you just click on it, and nitor is a useful substance. I'm not going to read all this, but basically you have observation and theory. And as we can see, there's our observation. Observation is what you get from scanning things. So if you remember, we were going around scanning everything. I don't think there's anything I can scan anymore. I've pretty much gotten everything. Oh, there we go. So I scanned something new. So keep scanning all that stuff. You'll get a whole bunch of observation. And the theory is what the table is for. But basically, we can do this. We have observation fundamentals. We need 1. And we can see we have 26. So if I click complete, it'll take one of those things. So now we have 25. and then we learned that thing. That only had one step. And basically to get Elementum, we need a piece of coal coke and then our different Essentia in the cauldron. So that's relatively easy. It definitely, well, values might be different in Thaumcraft 6 than what I'm used to. But we have coal coke. This stuff is really easy to get. But yeah, so the next one, Essentia Smelting. This one requires one of each crystal. And as we can see, I've been collecting a bunch. We don't have any air, though. Just noticing that. These do spawn in the world. They're easy to collect. I do have a lot of... There's Ignis, Entropy, Terra, Ordo. Oh, I don't have air. One of these should be air. Divine Terra, Ignis, Ordo. Aqua is Lapis, so I have that. Emerald Air. I haven't found that one, actually, now that I'm looking at it. May have to... Well, it's not the end of the world. I can always create my own... Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, actually. Out in our... When I was running around. Spawns and biomes were formed in mountains, whether it's jungle, desert. So, like, high places. I don't have a whole ton of high places. This is probably a high place, but everything else is kind of flat. Anyway. We can always craft up some more of those crystals. But anyway, this is going to require... It's going to hand in all those. So I'm going to hit complete. And now we're in step 2. We can see current stage is 2 of 4. Now we're going to need a whole bunch more crystals it wants us to. So basically, I need to keep getting crystals. So Victus... We need Victus and Vitreous, Motus, Lux. So basically you just go through, say I need Lux. And where's the aspect? There it is. Oh, I couldn't see that. You can just look in JEI and everything, you can see what has Lux on it. So basically just find like the easiest thing. I don't have a lot of those. Usually like candles, you know, light, not candles, torches. Yes, the torch gives 5. 5, and then Potentia and Ignis. So basically you just throw a torch. I don't know what these steel torches is. Steel torches is the same, right? But if we remember, these slivers only take 2. You need 2 Essentia for... Really? With the thunder. Every single time. These slivers take 2 Essentia. So I'm going to throw in 2 torches so we get 10, 2, and 2. That way I can get all the Essentia out and it's not getting released into the world. So if you remember, we have 15 in here. I'm going to take a bunch of those. And if we throw 2 torches in here... I can throw a whole bunch of these slivers in, and there we go. We got 5 1-in-1 or whatever that is, and we shouldn't have any more flux in the atmosphere. Nope, we're still at 15. So you basically want to take out all the things you're putting in here with the exact amounts, and you won't have to worry about flux because you're not going to be gaining, because you're not releasing any into the atmosphere. But yeah, so we're going to do that. I need to keep doing that. There's all different things. So like Modus, that is usually like, isn't like trapdoors a good one for Modus? Something that moves. Yep, Modus has, there's 5 Modus on that. So I'd probably want to craft up 2 of those, which we actually get from there. And then I can throw that in there and get the Modus that we need. Now I need to craft up, should get another, let me craft up another chest, and because all these things are filling up my inventory as we see. But we'll do that. And there we go. I can actually even place this down if I want, scan it. And we may have, well, we learned something new. So basically you just want to scan everything. Thankfully, it is made a bit easier in Thaumcraft 6, being able to scan an entire chest. Oh, we learned a little bit more, probably from these two things I put in there. So there we go. We learned some research right there. So yeah, just scan everything, basically. All right, so we throw that in there, and then there we go. You know what? These won't get used up. You can just chuck them in. It won't break those down, which is kind of convenient. But yeah, there we go. There is 5 modus. All right, so that is how you get the Essentia. Now, the theory, we're going to do, like I said, the reason we have it next to a crucible is because I wanted a higher chance of alchemy. We're doing the alchemy tab. So if you click on that, it'll use one thing, and you'll get a higher chance of that. So we take a look at this. I don't want anything random. I definitely want alchemy. So here we go. Gain 15 alchemy and 1 bonus draw. So that is perfect. And it wants Fabrico. I don't have... No, I do not have that. I have pure mutatio. Fabrico. We'll just have to take a look. Eventually you'll learn like what you get. See, that has 7 animus and 1 Fabrico. That's not really what I want. I want something with a better ratio of what I want. There's cooked fish. That has 1 as well. Cables. Lots of anima. Is that anima? Animania? Can't remember the name of that. But yeah. So basically just got to go through here and find all the good kind of good ratios that we need. See, that I wouldn't want to use that because that has a whole lot of extra things, which is fine. I can just get all the slivers back, but I don't really need tons of herba. Sponges. Yeah. Pressure plates. I mean, pressure plates are super easy to get. Again, though, it has a lot of other thing on it. I wonder if there is something easier. Wool. No. Anyway, I'm not going to keep doing this. You could throw all your machines in, but I would kind of recommend against doing that. So apparently, Fabrico, everything that comes with Fabrico seems to have anima stuff on it. Once you start getting into the higher things, it gets like you're not going to really want to do these because they're more complicated. It's not really worth it. So anyway, that is that. Woven carpet, I mean, this is 2 string, and you get that. I mean, that's probably the easiest. Anyway, let me get that, and we'll come back. Okay, I ended up just doing some cooked chicken. That's easy enough. I had a whole bunch of it. And I threw 2 in there, so we got 5, 5, and 1. Also craft up that chest, so we can just throw that in there for the time being. So basically, I want to, you either click one or the other. So experimentation will give us 15 to 30 progress in a random category. I don't really want that. It'll use up 2 of these. That's not something I want, but I do want this one. So I want 15 in alchemy and 1 bonus draw, and uses one of these. So basically I have Fabrico, click on that, and there we go. Now we can see we got 15% in alchemy. Basically you want that at 100 before we run out of light bulbs. It's kind of what we're working towards. So again, we can do a couple things here. Gain 40 in alchemy. So this needs an Ingus and an air. If we want to gain 25 in alchemy, we need a Versio and Bestia. Or if I want 15 in alchemy and a bonus draw, there is that. 40 is probably the best. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have air. I haven't, like I said, we haven't found that. Now, air is usually pretty easy to get. Any of the Botania flowers have 1 air. Sugarcane. Yeah, sugarcane's probably the easiest. Even grass, but that has a lot more herba. Is that herba? Yeah. So basically, we'll do that. I don't know if I turned all my... I can't remember. Did I turn all my... No, I didn't. And again, we want to make it even. So if I do 2, we'll get 4, 6, and 10. That works out evenly. And we won't get any flux. So throw those in there. Throw that in there. There we go. And the more you do it, we're getting extra things, and then we won't need to keep doing it. But if we look at this, 15. Still haven't done it. We're still using the crucible, and we're not releasing anything to the air. Any flux. So that is perfect. All right, so let me grab one of these. And I think, not entirely sure what, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't do anything crazy, but we get our air, Angus. There we go. And moving on. Do we want 25 infusion? No, we're working towards alchemy. So I'm going to do this one, Aurum. Ooh, Aurum's a bit more difficult usually. Unless they have added extra. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of things that give Aurum. Let's see. Cinder pearls, silverwood logs is probably the easiest to get that from. Arcane workbench. Oh, that has a lot of fabrico on it too. How difficult was the arcane workbench? I don't remember. That's just a crafting table with Salus Mundus. That's probably why it has so much Aurum on it. But all right, let me go through this, and we'll keep doing this. And I want at least 100, and then we'll get a 3 after the end of this. So this is going to take me a little while just to work through this, and yeah, we'll come back. All right, I am back, and I just wanted to point this out quickly. And by the way, mobs are spawning during the day, so I did hear that was a thing. So that's a bit of a pain. So I don't want to talk too long. But yeah, I found a silverwood log. Basically just went exploring a little bit. I started looking for cinder pearls. Could not find any cinder pearls in this. But I did know there was some magic biomes. I remember this one up here. So I just kind of went exploring a little bit and found another one. You can actually see the silverwood logs pretty easily on the map. Just kind of came through here. And yeah, so we did find a silverwood log, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I totally forgot to bring an axe. So that's a bit annoying. So I'm not going to do a whole bunch. We need to come back anyway. Actually, does, yeah, like vein mining doesn't work. I'll just grab, you know, maybe like 5 or 6 because, like I said, I'm being attacked by mobs, so I don't want to spend too much time over here. Also, I didn't think to bring, because I was originally looking for cinder pearls. Well, that made me jump, actually. That made me jump. There is shimmer leaves, but you can't get shimmer leaves without a shears. So I'm just gonna leave those. We'll probably come back, but I want to get out of here, get back to the base, because as we can see, we got zombie on a thing, and if you remember, I don't gain life. Oh my god, we need to get out of here. I don't get any life, so wasn't really prepared for that. I forgot that the mobs, since we have progressed a little bit in the pack, they have probably leveled up a little bit. So it does look like they're spawning during the day. So that is a thing. But yeah, let me... Oh, I need to scan that water. I just saw that glowing. Or maybe it was the ice. It might have been the ice that was glowing with the thermometer. Alright, well, that was probably a bad idea. But, alright, we'll get back to the base. Alright, I've done a couple more things. I got our Aurum and everything. I have noticed sometimes it doesn't take the crystals. Maybe that's what the exclamation part is. But alright, we've gotten up to 85, and we're seeing we can do energistics. We can do a rethink, which adds a thing, and we lose 10 progress. and we gain 1 inspiration. So if we want to go a different route, but we definitely want alchemy, or we can do this inspired by the progress we've made so far, we gain 52 alchemy. So we definitely want that. We'll lose 2 of those. Not a problem, but as we can see, we are going up a lot. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose progress. The calibrate will let us, we'll gain some artifice and a bonus draw. Not that big of a deal, but yeah. So we run out of things, and then whatever kind of thing, since we're up above like 100%, pretty sure we're going to get some alchemy theory. So we'll complete theory, and there we go. We gained a alchemy. So that is basically how research works. So if we need, at some point, we need, which we probably will, if once we turn all these in, maybe we'll need a alchemy theory, and we'll use one of those theories up that we got from that. But yeah, that's basically how research in Thaumcraft works. I actually much prefer it than connecting those. Remember with the connecting the thing, and you had to do the lines, and oh, that was terrible. But this is actually, I find this quite enjoyable actually. So let me continue doing this, and I also noticed that mobs were dropping band-aids and stuff. I didn't realize that because I haven't really done much combat, but that's actually pretty cool. Bandage, band-aid, pretty cool to see. So I don't know. You can actually you can put unbreaking on that, even mending. That's interesting. It doesn't look like these are. Doesn't look like you can create these, but they do drop, so that's actually kind of cool. So yeah, let me continue doing some research here, and we'll come back. All right, we are back, and I'm just continuing to craft stuff up and learn, or kind of go through the Thaumonomicon, and I was hoping I would get the Liquid Death crafted up today, but I think I'm gonna need to do that next episode, because I do want to, I want to get the things crafted up for that, and yeah, I need to do I think I need 3 of those Ender Shards thing, but yeah, I'll get that going. We do need a couple obsidian, which no, I didn't. We'll do that as well, but yeah, I want to get a separate area away for this Liquid Death recipe, because that is a lot of I can't remember. I was like, yeah, we don't have Grains of Infinity, but apparently you can, oh, that's Liquid Nightmares. Liquid Death. Yeah, that is a lot of essences throwing in a Crucible, so that makes me a bit nervous doing that right here in the base, because who knows how much flux is going to end up in the atmosphere if I do something wrong. And I need to get this. I haven't figured out that part yet. So yeah, we'll do that at the very beginning of next episode after I get the Ender Teleporter things. Let me throw those right there so I remember. What was that? Yeah, Obsidian Devil Dust. That's right. All right. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of finish up. This kind of turned into a how-to Thaumcraft episode, which hopefully people like that. If not, I can be a little less tutorially moving forward. But there we go. So we need 1 theory, alchemy, 1 observation. We just got the alchemy theory, so we can complete that. And there we go. That opens up more stuff. And yeah. So that just kind of opens everything up. There is the Arcane Alembic. And with that, we can get this stuff a little bit easier. We can get the, I believe we can get the Essentia that we're trying to do. Instead of chucking it in a Crucible, we'll be able to melt it down in the Essentia Smeltery is what I believe that does. And I haven't actually, yeah. So basically, we will put stuff in here, melt it down, and then I believe it needs to end up in a Alembic. We have great wood, brass, bucket, not a problem. Essentia filters. Oh, we actually just, I didn't know that was actually, that's kind of funny. I didn't realize that was a thing we were going to need. But I just went ahead and got silver wood. So I actually did not know that, which is one of the reasons I hate when stuff is hidden. Because, you know, I didn't know that. Because there was no, I couldn't see the recipe. Well, there may be a recipe for it, but I did not see that. And we're also getting Essentia warded jars, which is pretty cool. Let me, you know what, before we wrap up, let's get this smeltery working. This is totally not what I was planning on doing today, but yeah, let's do that. So great wood planks, I need the filters, white carpet, gold, yada, yada, yada. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, and I actually got a little mixed up with the things, the checking chunks. This smeltery isn't how you get the crystals. I was getting that a little bit mixed up. But this produces like liquid essentia. So I'm just gonna really quickly, and what's the thing for this again? Is it knife? Slabs. I need slabs. Is it cutting machine? Yes. Which, by the way, you can't do great wood logs on, but you can do, well, you can do it in the cutting saw, but it requires lubricant for the great wood, but silver wood log, you can do it in the cutting saw, so that seems a bit odd, but anyway. Basically, I'm going to craft up a couple things here, and we'll get this going just so we can see it, but I'm not going to use it a lot until we're a little bit better prepared, because it does have a chance to right. It does have a chance to produce flux, and you can reduce the chance, but we'll just do one warded jar, and yeah, glass file. So basically, we can plop this Arcane Alembic on top of it. And you can stack them, because, as we know, different there's multiple aspects on some. So there's 2 on that. So if you had 2, it could fill both of them up. We just have the 1 for now. Also, this Essentia Smeltery actually gives us an auxiliary venting port. And we can craft this up at this point. It's a little more complicated, but I may end up crafting that up. I don't know how much we're going to get into this at the moment, but basically I think it goes on that. I don't think it goes on. No, it does go on that. And you can put 3 on it. It reduces the chance that we get flux. So basically you just throw that in there. I think that charcoal dust will work. It does have a burn time, assuming that will work. But we can put glass in there. And oh, I don't have glasses. I totally forgot about that. But we'll get some vitreous out of it. I do need to craft up goggles if I'm going to be doing some Thaumcraft here. I do need the goggles of revealing. That's probably something else I need to craft up here. Not too difficult, but you do need 2 thermometers, which is a bit annoying. Actually, no, it's not. This recipe isn't. That's right. I just need a mana orb. But we need to do that. So basically, you put the item in, it'll melt it down into whatever, like glass was 5, but it did produce a bit of flux. We probably have, yeah, we have 16 now. So instead of the 15, we have 16 now. So you gotta be careful with this until we can reduce the thing. Yeah, basically, this is how you get liquid essentia. Now we can put labels on those. I think that just requires, yeah, slime ball and some ink, which ink is a bit annoying, but we do have, oh, we have We have enough. Where did I put all those? You do get 4 from it. But basically you put this on the warded, and it'll tell you how much we have in there. Now, if we had goggles revealing, it would tell us how much we have in that. We can look at that, though. It does tell us we have 4. But yeah, I think, like I said, next episode, I'm going to get another transporter so we can transport away from the base. Because I feel like we're pretty low right in the moment, but why take the chance of a rift forming in my base? That'd be absolutely terrible. So I will do that. I will probably maybe do a little more research. As we can see, I need some files of stuff right now. I believe I need a full 10 to click on it with the glass. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't have... the warded drawers let you have any amount. The glass files is only allowed 10. So basically, for me to go move on from this, I am going to have to get some 10 of each, basically. So that makes me a little bit nervous doing that right in the middle of the base. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of a little bit of a Thaumic research tutorial today. But next episode, we will progress into the Nether. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.